Encounter is brought to you by the Broome County Council of Churches, where we connect compassion with needs as we inspire growth with dignity. You'll find us in special places throughout the community. For those who remain hungry, we provide meals. For those who are challenged, we build wheelchair ramps. We comfort those who are ill, minister to those who are confined, and we remain an advocate for change and understanding on behalf of every element of our community. Connect and inspire. Encounter the Broome County Council of Churches.
This is Jeff Kellam. Welcome to a very special Christmas edition of Encounter. For about 20 years, First Presbyterian Church in Clark Summit, Pennsylvania, has offered a jazzy late-night Christmas Eve service. So this week we offer a live concert edition of Jazz Noel, live on tape, featuring jazz pianist and Presbyterian pastor the Reverend Bill Carter and his Presbybob Christmas Eve band. We asked Reverend Bill Carter to describe how Jazz Noel came to be.
The Christmas Eve service at Clark Summit began really because we were doing a lot of community concerts here and there, but we had an interest in the church to have a third service on Christmas Eve, and I thought this would be great. The organist was too tired to come out. It was too late. She was well into her 80s. I said, how about if I get a little budget and we have some jazz friends come in? And it's been rolling downhill ever since.
And it's pretty popular. It's full, right?
It's pretty full. It's pretty full. It really depends on the weather. The service now goes about an hour and 45 minutes, and nobody leaves early. All kinds of other things happened. Last year, in fact, right after the service, we had a wedding right after the benediction. A couple who met and started coming to that service, their only time all year they went to church, they said, could you do our wedding? And I said, absolutely. So I called them up, and then we played some Charlie Brown Christmas music after that as the postlude.
Yeah, wonderful. We asked Bill Carter how it moved from a long-running Christmas Eve church service into a TV studio. How did that work out for the band?
Rather seamlessly. The guys in the band said the best part about the concert at the studio was that they didn't have to sit through a sermon. And we joked about that, but no, we took, over the course of nearly 20 years, we shaped this music, began to work with it, and said, this really deserves a wider audience. And then our friends with the public broadcasting in our area said, well, why don't you come down to our studio and we'll make it happen.
Jazz belongs in Christmas. The creativity, the joy and passion, and the deep sense of swing all awaken us to the wonder of the holiday. Join Bill Carter and the Presbybob Christmas Eve Band for a Jazz Noel. Come, O Come, Emmanuel. That's Bill Carter's Presbybob Jazz Christmas Eve Band. Here's Bill Carter.
One of the songs that's really worth hearing is "O Come All Ye Faithful." I found in the Penguin Book of Carols, or was it the Oxford Book of Carols, description that the original tune of Adeste Fidelis was a waltz. And so I began to kind of think about that and rewrote it. And it turned out very well. It was very easy for the church folks to follow and the visitors to follow. And the other is Angels We Have Heard on High, which we added put it in 5/4 in honor of Dave Brubeck. And then we added kind of a Latin feeling to it. And both tunes feature Warren Cooper, an outstanding vocalist from Philadelphia. And it really catches the spirit.
Joyful and triumphant, oh come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh come, let us adore him. Oh come, let us adore him. Oh come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Sing, choirs of angels, sing in exaltation. Sing, all ye bright hosts of heaven above. Glory to God, glory in the highest. Oh come, let us adore him. Oh come, let us adore him. Oh come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. appearing. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
On Encounter this week, the Presbybob Jazz Christmas Eve Band from First Presbyterian Church in Clark Summit, Pennsylvania. Here's the minister there, the Reverend Bill Carter.
When the angels sing and all earth echoes it, we catch the dance and we get caught up in the sound and the joy that is given to us as a gift. And there are people who have taught us this angel song. One of them, who left us not long ago, was a 91-year-old saint by the name of Dave Brubeck, who taught us to count to 5, or to 7, or to 9, or even to 4. So we'd like to do a Christmas carol, an angel song, and count to 5. This one's for Dave.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains and the mountains in reply, echoing that joyous strain. Oh, in excelsis Deo, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why your joyous frames prolong? What the gladsome tidings be that inspire your heavenly song? Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo. Come to Bethlehem and see him whose birth the angels sing. Come adore and bend at knee, Christ the Lord our
Encounter this week. In concert, the Presbybob Jazz Christmas Eve Band of First Presbyterian Church, Clark Summit, Pennsylvania. Here's an original composition by the pastor of the church and jazz pianist Bill Carter. It's called As One of Us.
No crib for his bed, the little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the bright sky looked down where he lay. The little Lord Jesus asleep in the hay. The cattle are lowing, the baby awakes, but little Lord Jesus no crying he makes. I love thee, Lord Jesus, look down from the sky and stay by my cradle till morning is nigh.
This week on Encounter, a Jazz Noel, thanks to the Reverend Bill Carter and the Presbybob Jazz Christmas Eve Band, featuring Binghamton's Mike Carbone on saxophone, plus Tony Marino on bass, Jeff Stockham on trumpet, Marco Marcinko percussion, Bill Carter on piano, and Warren Cooper was the vocalist. Music and video copyright Presbybob Music. Now for the Broome County Council of Churches, this is Jeff Kellam. Thank you for being with us for this week's special encounter. We do wish you a Merry Christmas and in every new year, peace on earth and goodwill.
Jesus lay down his sweet head.